I mean, this is the first, as you mentioned in your foreword, this is the first women strikes in 48 years in Iceland. Women in Iceland did that on the same day in 1975. And actually, we are still today. It's amazing to see all the women and non-binary people gathering out in the streets of Reykjavik, the capital. Fortunately, we have a great weather in Reykjavik and in Iceland, so it's really plentiful of joy and unity, and a lot of people gathering, or women gathering in the streets of Reykjavik. So that's just wonderful to see all this unity where women are demanding gender justice. And of course, the businesses has already, and of course, schools and health institution has, of course, felt the impact of women strikes today in Iceland. And that's just revealing the necessity of women who, as a great part of the women, the working force in Iceland.
So you mentioned the previous all-women strike in Iceland 48 years ago. That one did make a difference, didn't it? Can this one?
Well, let's hope so. That's actually the demand of the women who are going on a strike today. We are still faced with gender-based violence, which is a major concern in our country, and domestic violence. And women's income is still 21% lower than the income of men. So that is injustice that has to be turned around. But the strike in 1975 that had a major input, we elected women as the first woman who was a leader of a democratic republic country a few years later, in 1981, when we elected Madam Vigdís Finnbogadóttir as the president of Iceland. And we also saw in the aftermath of the last strike, 48 years ago, we saw a creation of a feminist political party that actually put the number of elected members, or women as an elected members, up. So that had a major impact on the political life and situation of women in Iceland at the time.
You could say, though, that all the other countries in the world will be looking at Iceland with envy, because it's actually been ranked the best country in the world for gender equality by the World Economic Forum for 14 years in a row. So it must be doing something right.
Yes, we are doing something right. We have, for example, now a woman who is the prime minister. She's been prime minister since 2016. We have 6 ministers who are women out of 12. So half of our ministers are women. We have 47.6% of the members of the parliament are women. We have a huge part of the working force are women, as we can witness today when they're going on strike. But still, as I mentioned, we are still paid less than men. We are faced with gender-based violence, and the justice system is not that good. So we have been fighting for improvement in the justice system. So even us in Iceland, we have a very good situation when it comes to gender equality. We still have a lot of things to fight for. And the Me Too movement in 2017 revealed misogyny in every aspect of our society as elsewhere in the world.